and welcome to our weekly news wrap-up here at Peanut Games Media, where we discuss the gaming news of the week. My name is Ollie, I'll be your host for today, and with me, as always, is the wonderful, the beautiful, the rambunctious Matthew Robertson. Hello, my son.
That is me. All of those describing words I put on a business card.
Accurate.
And we are here.
Awesome.
They are they say that to me, but we'll see. Anyway, yes. I'm so happy to be here to discuss some gaming news.
Yay!
I'm reading the gamer news.
Yay! And yes, so today we'll be going through and discussing all the major gaming news events from this week, but also we're going to be talking about stuff from all through October, since we've only just started this. We want to cover a lot of exciting things that have happened that we've missed.
And hey, you might have missed some stuff. Yeah, you might have missed you might have missed Nintendo Alarmo. I mean, how could you? But I mean, here we are.
And we're going to catch you up.
To inform you.
Yes.
Yes.
So today we're going to be talking about Red Dead Redemption coming to PC.
Love it.
The announcement of Nintendo Alarmo, I can't speak like you just mentioned. The Tron Catalyst announcement, new game coming to Switch. Banjo Tooie coming to Nintendo Switch as well on the expansion service. Spider-Man 2 coming to PC. A lot of ports happening this month.
It's the month of ports.
Ports month. And 343, the announcement they made, how they're rebranding to Halo Studios. The big news of the week, the life and death update for The Sims 4. Oh my
what
goodness.
Could that be about? We'll find out.
And also Sakurai.
And this is less important. Yeah, Sakurai's next game. Than the
Who cares? Boo. More Sims.
But we'll get there.
And there's other news we'll be talking about as well. And by the way, we're recording this on Friday the 25th of October. So if any major news breaks today or between now and the video is uploaded, we apologize. We're deeply sorry.
Knowing our luck, tomorrow that the last video game will ever be announced.
The Switch 2 announcement will be
today,
Switch 2
announcement. Yeah,
while we're doing this.
Imagine.
Yes.
Live updates.
We should.
Anyway.
If only we were live. Anyway, so the first news we want to talk about, which was on the 9th of October, and it is Red Dead Redemption coming to PC. Now, Rockstar Games announced this. Again on the 9th of October. They released a trailer and updated their Rockstar News wire. And this PC port will have enhancements including native 4K resolution, up to 144 Hz on various hardware. Matt, does this sound exciting to you?
Mate, that's a lot of hertz. That's all I'll say.
But not hurt.
A lot of people have been waiting very, very long for this port. 2010, this game came out. And it was very weird that it didn't get a PC port initially. It was just for PS3 and 360. And then when they did the announcement that it was being remastered for Switch and PS4, everyone was a bit confused. But I mean, better late than never, I suppose. I mean, this a lot of people I think are going to be triple dipping here, buying the Xbox 360 version, PS4 version, and now this PC version.
Yeah.
Also, the mod scene is going to go crazy.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's true. And it also came out on Switch last year, so now it's finally... This is a bizarre game that was never on PC for some reason. Like, every single other Rockstar game's on PC, except for this. And it's like, 12... How old is this game now? 14?
2010, yeah.
Yeah, God, 14 years old. It's about damn time, I say.
That's it. That's it, to quote Lizzo.
Yeah. And it still supports ultra-wides, super ultra-wides, and it will be fully keyboard and mouse. It will have that functionality as well. Obviously, it's on PC. But yeah, finally, about time. We've got Red Dead 2 on PC. That came out only a few months after the original Red Dead 2.
Yeah. And now we've got Red Dead 1. And this is all of the Rockstar games. Like, literally.
They're all here. Finally.
Yeah. About time.
And I was going to get the Switch version that came out last year.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to definitely play this one, because the Switch one I think looks a little shite. No offense.
Yes, I ended up getting the PS4 version last year just because Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite Rockstar games. But yeah, I think I'm going to get this PC version just so that I have the entire Rockstar collection on my desktop. But now all I would like is Red Dead Redemption 2. For the PS5, I would like there to be a 60 FPS patch, because why isn't there one?
Yes.
Can we please just get a 60 FPS patch? It's been stuck at 30 on the PS5 since it released. So I mean,
because Grand Theft Auto 5 got a 60 FPS patch.
Exactly, yeah, it got a whole new re-release.
PS5,
so I think we need, either a whole new PS5 re-release of Red Dead 2 or a 60 FPS patch for free. Make it happen, Rockstar. Hackers have been able to do it, so why can't Rockstar?
Why can't Rockstar? They're really weird, Rockstar. They're amazing game developers. They release like 10 out of 10 games at launch, but after launch, it's like they hand off the game to a different developer or something, because the online modes for all these games. Yeah, no, not today. That's a whole nother discussion, I reckon. But yeah, the online modes for all of these games are always sort of a little bad and weird and shockingly put together, unlike the single player content, which is like amazing. And then they don't like do patches to like 60 frames per second. They're just it annoys me. It's a bizarre studio.
Yeah, anyway, but this is a good announcement. It's come about 14 years too late, but here we are.
Here we are, and I've been wanting to play Red Dead 1 again for a while, so I'm excited. Should we, Matt, talk about Nintendo Alarmo?
Are we ready? Are we like mentally ready?
I don't know, this is huge.
This is probably the biggest Nintendo announcement since like the Super Nintendo.
This broke the internet, yes.
It broke the internet. Absolutely crazy news.
Gangbusters. This is going to sell more copies than the Switch, I reckon. It's going to sell like 200 million units.
That's it.
But so Nintendo...
But what is it?
What is it? Nintendo announced, they released a trailer for an alarm clock called Alarmo. This is on the October 10th. This is the day after Red Dead was announced coming to PC. And this is an alarm clock that responds to your body's movement with game sound. So as you move, so your alarm goes off, and then as you start wriggling and moving to wake up, it'll play sounds from Super Mario Odyssey, Pikmin 4, Splatoon 3, Ring Fit Adventure, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And then I assume it has some sort of motion tracker in the clock, so Miyamoto
it's
can
weird.
watch you
it's
sleep.
Like a Kinect. It watches you while you sleep.
It watches you while you sleep. Yeah. Doug Bowser.
But the thing to note is, it's only exclusive to Nintendo Switch Online members.
Yes.
So,
and then, so it will. There's a planned release for selected Nintendo Switch Online members coming up on the 13th of November, which you can register for. And then all My Nintendo Store customers, it will be available March next year. So if you're not a Nintendo Switch Online member, you're going to have to wait till March next year to purchase it. And if you told me that Nintendo will release in a physical product in March of next year, I would have just guessed the Switch 2. I wouldn't have assumed.
Yeah, I know. Like, come on. Like, all jokes aside, what is this? Yeah. You know, it's like, why? Like, just, I'm looking at the design now. It looks like an inverse mushroom. You know, it's like weird.
It's not even Nintendo-esque looking. Like, it's just a red generic clock. But that's what I think it is. I think this is a product that already exists, and Nintendo have just put their branding on it with the Mario sounds and maybe the red color. That's what I think. We'll have to look into that. But I believe this is just a type of, or at least a type of product that's becoming popular, maybe in Japan.
Yeah, it's odd. There's also, like, just looking at the design now, there are 2 buttons on the top. 3 buttons, really. There's a snooze button, a back button, I guess, and then there's, like, a mail button. I don't know what that is about.
Doug Bowser can send you messages.
I don't know if Doug Bowser is sending us messages
wake up.
Of encouragement. Yeah, wake up. It's time to play Tears of the Kingdom. Come on, lad. But it's odd. Odd.
Yeah, it is very
Where is Switch 2? That's what I want to know. Where is Switch 2? If they diverted resources into making this over Switch 2, cool.
Yeah, no, I kind of love this though. I know people are like, what the heck? But this is the most Nintendo thing ever. I think Nintendo.
It's not though, because it has no relevance to the gaming sphere. Yeah, I don't understand it.
But they always do make the weirdest decisions. So I think this is a classic.
It's like
Nintendo
if Nintendo
move.
Came out with an assortment of cheeses.
Yes,
it's like, what are you
that's
doing?
a Nintendo thing to me. I feel like we haven't seen something this weird from them for a while. At least in the Switch generation. So I don't know.
I think the last thing like
Labo.
this Yeah, Labo, and then I'd say like the last thing that was really this out of left field is something like the Wii Vitality sensor.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
Make sure you don't die while playing Mario Kart.
I know. It's like, come on, man. Okay.
But I like you. Love this.
Limit 1 per customer. Yeah. So, guys, you can't run to the store and buy multiple of them.
And it's currently available at Nintendo New York City, which is one of their. They've got a store in Nintendo New York City and another official store in Tokyo. But I think they probably would have sold out by now. I got it.
Yeah, you can't get it. But do you want to know the price of this thing? This is the
Are you ready?
Most outrageous thing. Are you ready? Oliver's about to drop the boom.
This is in Australian dollars. It'll be 159.95 AUD, which is just ridiculous. What the heck? I would pay max. Well, like for an alarm clock, I'd probably just pay $40. I don't know how much alarm clocks are going for these days, but for a Nintendo one,
if you buy 4 of these, you can buy a Switch.
You can. Basically. Oh my god, you're right. Yeah,
it's
but like
what?
$160 for a Nintendo themed alarm clock. I guess it has a camera in it. Who knows where that footage is going? It's going to Nintendo's headquarters.
And watch you sleep.
Watching you sleep. Doug Bowser's there on his monitor. But yeah, I'm like $160. If it was $100, I would pick this up just for fun, as a Nintendo fan. $160, I'm gonna think about it, but I'm probably still gonna end up getting it just for the lols.
Just for the lols.
Yeah.
Great move, Nintendo. Can't wait to see Alarmo 2 with
oh my god, yes.
A microphone so Doug Bowser can speak to you.
Yes. And this was on the 10th of October. And then so from the 9th of October to the 11th, me and Matthew, well, on the 11th, we were at PAX, weren't we, Matt?
Yes, we were. We were
at PAX.
Hands up if you've heard us talk about it. Whoa,
no one put their hand up, honestly. But if you want to hear more about us talk about PAX Australia 2024, we do have a video, or a few videos actually, a 3-parter up on the channel right now if you want to check that out. Me and Matt talk about Sonic X Shadows Generations and all of the other booths and fun things that were happening there. So that was on the 11th of October. Just thought I would mention that. And then, this was a pretty slow week. There wasn't any more major news until the 17th, when Nintendo posted a trailer for a little game called Tron Catalyst. Oh, actually, everyone did. It's not just releasing on Switch, but us Nintendo fanboys get our news from the Nintendo Switch America YouTube channel. I'm sorry, I'm
no other sources.
That's our main
IGN
source.
can stuff itself.
Yes, and Peanut Games Media. We love them.
Yeah, supremacy.
But yeah, this is an all-new story-driven isometric action game from Bithell Games, set in the immersive and diverse locations of the Arc Grid, which is a location introduced in Tron Identity, which is a game that came out 2 years ago, I believe.
Oh, mate! So this is
it's sort of a sequel, yeah. So it's like they're making their own little expanded Tron universe.
That's kind of sick.
It's kind of sick, yeah. Like set in this area. And Tron Identity was a completely different game. It was April 2023 it came out, so it came out last year. It was a visual novel puzzle game, and this one's what did they describe it as? An isometric action game. So even though they're connected and set in the same universe, they're different styles of games. This is just this is kind of cool. If you're a Tron fan, you're getting more content outside of the 2 movies there are. So.
Yeah, because isn't there's a movie that's in currently.
And there is, Tron Ares is coming out sometime, I think next year or the year after.
So I think it's sort of a tie-in.
Yeah.
Look, I love this. I think it looks very, very lovely.
Yeah.
And yeah, it reminds me, like, obviously isometric games, they're not for everyone, compared to like a full-on third person behind the back style. Yeah, look, it reminds me of other games like Cypher 007, that type of thing. So yeah, if you're into this thing,
there was a Tron game. There was a Tron game that released with the movie called Tron Evolution, and that's more your 3D. Like you get to play in the disc games and ride a light cycle. That's your big Tron experience, whereas this is just a little Tron experience. But the
and who knows if this does well, we might get a remaster of it.
Yeah, hopefully. It's just cool seeing how much love Tron is getting, because I love Tron, especially the 2010 movie. That's one of my.
He's a Tron head.
I love the soundtrack, and this you can listen to the soundtrack. I think they're releasing it separately as well. So that's cool. At least they're acknowledging.
Yeah.
the cool soundtracks of the grid. And then just more descriptions of the game. It says, ride light cycles, engage in identity disc combat, and more as you're relentlessly pursued through the city and beyond by Con, a malevolent program with an agenda of his own, while uncovering more about the glitches that threaten the stability of this world. Oh, that
sounds sick. That sounds cool. That sounds cool.
It releases on 2025 on Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC. And it doesn't have a specific release date yet, so it's still in development.
You're just gonna have to check back here later.
Yes, if we're still around. Anyway.
Oh no, that's ominous.
Oh, no.
We might die before it comes out.
Oh, hopefully not. Anyway, on the next day, on the 18th of October, Nintendo, this is another Nintendo announcement. So many happening this month, except for the Switch 2.
Can you tell which consoles we're focused on?
Yes, we love the
we're
Genesis.
Actively invested in? Yeah, the Genesis, the Sega Genesis. Go on.
Yummy.
Comic Zone.
Num num num.
Streets of Rage, great games.
Num num num.
Anyway.
Banjo Tooie is coming to Switch. So, woo! So it's coming to Switch via the Nintendo Online Expansion Pack. They've been releasing games every month to the Game Boy, the NES, NES, and more recently the 64, which I started doing a couple years ago.
That's it. And there's been a big push for Rareware games on NSO, which is excellent.
It is cool.
It's odd. It's an odd situation because obviously Rare has been owned by Microsoft for literally almost 15 years at this point. But yeah, I'm just really happy to see these games on Nintendo Switch Online because look, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, GoldenEye, they are N64 games first, right?
Yeah.
And they should be treated as such. On this, I don't know, because obviously Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie were released as part of the Xbox Live Arcade back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the stop and swap mechanics that were in those games are going to be in the NSO.
Yeah, well, did Nintendo ban swap and stop because it was breaking, or they were worried that kids would break the consoles or the cartridges?
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Yeah.
They might break the Nintendo Switch Online chips. We can't trust those kids.
But you mentioned that. I do kind of wish there was a physical version of these, like in Banjo. I would pick that up in a heartbeat.
Mate, just put Rare Replay on the Switch.
I know. Do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to see Microsoft playing ball with Nintendo. They've been doing this a lot. They had the Play Together sort of promotion back in 2017 with Minecraft and all that. Allowing crossplay between their games, and then leaving Sony out.
Yeah, GoldenEye last year as well.
GoldenEye. Banjo came to Smash, which was awesome. Best day of my life.
Yes.
And then Banjo-Kazooie came to Switch January in 2022. So it's been over 2 years since that game was on Switch, and that's gone very quickly.
Exactly.
And this one, sorry, it comes out today, Banjo-Tooie, on the 25th.
Today, so you can play it. You can play it all. I think the only game left is Conker's Bad Fur Day to put on this NSO, but I doubt they're going to put that on there because, it's Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Or is Diddy Kong Racing on Switch? No.
Good question. It's on the DS, I know that for sure.
I don't think it is. So Diddy Kong Racing will be a cool one as well. In terms of
on Nintendo Switch Online as well, this isn't confirmed. There's just rumblings and rumors.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are new GameCube controllers being put into production. So, this either means we're getting a new Smash Bros. Coming down the track, or it may mean that we could be getting GameCube compatibility coming soon.
Yeah.
But if I'm being honest, I'm not holding my breath because Switch 2, so coming out next year. So it might be more of a launch title thing that we might see down the track.
That's interesting, man. That's a great scoop from you. You've really delivered today. What a scoop,
It's a scoop, lad.
It's a scoop and a half. That could have something to do with something we'll talk about later with Sakurai's next game. Those GameCube controllers. But that's actually really exciting. It's very possible though that they will add GameCube compatibility, like a part of the GameCube games in the NSO on the Switch, and then because the rumor is that the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible and essentially like a Switch 2, it'll have the same NSO and everything. So that would make sense if they just want to add GameCube games, maybe at the same time the Switch 2 launches, and then it will
and
be
mate,
on both
everyone
consoles.
wants it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone wants it. They've been wanting it since the Wii U days. I think it's time.
Yeah.
We have the power. Dolphin has been a thing for literally a while.
You can't say that. Yeah. Can't say that word. That's banned.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
An emulator.
Illegal.
A completely legal
games.
emulator.
That's it. Well, the emulator's legal. The ROMs aren't. So Dolphin emulator's been a thing.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to find any ROMs for it, so I can only assume that it works well.
Good one. All right, you got around that well. But yeah, and there's the Wii U had a GameCube emulator that they used for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. They made one for that console, and they never brought GameCube games to that.
Exactly.
And then
if you were to perchance jailbreak your console, I don't know how to jailbreak your
promote
Wii U.
this at all.
I do not promote this, but you could feasibly perchance play GameCube games via a totally illegal method of ROMs, but that's neither here nor there, and you did not hear that from me.
And that's, so if they release this, which they should, we're going to actually have a legal avenue to play these games finally, which I think is a smart decision from them. Very late decision, but it'll fix their problems, I think.
And hey, it might be the best start for the Switch too. You know, it might be the best sort of launch games. It's like, hey, we got GameCube, you know.
Yeah. And also Prime, they also made because Prime remasters on Switch as well, so there is a GameCube emulator or
Prime remasters, the Mario 3D All Stars, you know, it's true. Possible.
It's a long time coming. Like the Wii U had DS and Wii games as well, and no GameCube. They just skipped it for some reason.
I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah. And then, say if you want to play Banjo Tooie, Nintendo Switch Online, it costs $30 Australian, but to play the 64 games, you got to get the expansion pack, which costs $60 Australian. That's for 12 months. And what do you think? Do you think it's a good deal? Like $60 a year, you get NES games, SNES games, 64 games, as well as the DLCs. You get for Mario Kart 8. Deluxe.
Man, I think it's becoming more of a good deal.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's getting there. I think, because the emulation quality of the N64 games is a little bit hit or miss apparently. But I think adding GameCube and Wii, I think will make it very worth it. And then it'll be like a Nintendo classic subscription service.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate system for your Nintendo games. Yeah. I'm curious whether these are the original. I assume they're the original N64 versions because Microsoft released Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo Tooie on the Microsoft, what's it called? Xbox Live Arcade back in the day. Yeah. And that's at the moment the only place you can buy them. But they're also in Rare Replay. But that version also used the Xbox Live Arcade versions. So this is probably the first time they've re-released the original 64 game. I hope they have. But yeah, that's exciting.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. It's the OG Banjo Tooie, and I haven't played Banjo Tooie actually. I'm a huge fan of Banjo Kazooie, but I've never touched the sequel.
It's. I think it's just from what I gather, it's more of the same.
Yeah.
You know, but like there's nothing wrong with that.
I know. And I haven't played Banjo. I bought the N64 controller to play Banjo Kazooie on Switch. I haven't touched it yet because I just don't like. I haven't played a ton of games on the NSO. Simply because it's a live service, and I don't like how their games can be taken away from me at any moment, theoretically. They haven't done that yet. But like if they stop supporting the Switch, like all my sort of saved data and all those games will disappear.
It's the whole thing.
That's why I prefer.
That's why they gotta make collections, man. They've gotta release physical. Anyway.
Yeah, even though
this is getting into a bigger argument about game preservation and everything.
But I was sick of the Nintendo Virtual Console, how every single console you'd have to rebuy the games that you bought previously.
Oh my gosh.
So that's in that way the NSO is better in that I just pay once a year and I get all these games, but I just don't like the fact I don't own them. That's my only issue. Yeah,
but that's the way game
it's the way it is.
Going, it's the way it is, to quote Bruce Hornsby.
With this and Game Pass. Game Pass is still a much better deal, I'd say. Because you get full game. This is
they
more
they
DLCs.
didn't do a great job of selling it at PAX, but I feel like
Yes, yeah, true.
the money, like for the value for money, is sort of second to none.
But yeah, when this launched, it wasn't a great deal. But since they've added the Mario Kart DLC and Splatoon DLC, all that good stuff, I would recommend.
And it was always going to be a gradual build.
Yeah,
but I think
it's now at the point where I would fully support it. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, on the next day after this announcement, on the 19th of October, Sony announced that Spider-Man 2, the video game. You've heard of Spider-Man 2, Matthew?
I have. Well, we should specify the latest Spider-Man 2.
Sorry, yes, not the original Tobey Maguire one, but the new one. It's coming to PC. Yeah. This game only came out last year.
That's cool. Yes.
And so, they announced it's coming to PC. Previously, the game was exclusive to the PS5, and it will be the latest of Sony's exclusives making their way to PC. Other games that have come over are the first Spider-Man, its semi-spin-off sequel, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
That's right.
2018's God of War and God of War Ragnarok, as well as
the sequel.
Detroit Become
that's right.
Human and Ghost of Tsushima, which also recently came out. So
it's been a continued push by Sony to put this on PC. Look, you say it's great. I think it's a bit of a mixed bag, in my opinion. But let's hear your take on this.
Yeah. So I've never owned a PlayStation in my life. I was tempted to get a PS5 just for Spider-Man 2. So I'm so glad that this game is finally coming to PC. I did play Spider-Man and Miles Morales last year for the first time, and I absolutely loved them. I've been hearing about these Spider-Man games, especially the first Spider-Man game. I've been hearing about it since 2018, but I didn't own a PS4 or 5, so I wasn't able to play it. And then I finally did, and I was actually surprised at how sort of simple the game is, because I heard it, like, people were saying it's game of the year and it's one of the best games, like their favorite games ever. So I was expecting this really big, in-depth Spider-Man game, which in some ways it is, but it's really, I love how simple it is. Like, it's just a big world. There's just collectibles everywhere you go. This fun of the game comes from the swinging and the combat.
It's a really great, like, pick up and play title. It's just a perfect but all three of them,
open world. You
can just hand the controller to someone who's never played the game, and within seconds they're swinging around doing combos and tricks and stuff. So
and it's fun to be Spider-Man, which is the most important thing.
That's it. It makes you feel like Spider-Man, doesn't it?
And if you really want to button mash, you can, just to get through the levels. But you can also take your time and go at different situations in different ways. I can talk about that first game for ages. So I'm very excited for Spider-Man 2. And it only came out a year after it really, because it only came out last year, and they've been usually taking 2 years to bring their games over. Like Miles Morales came to PC 2 years after God of War was similar. But this is
so they're getting quicker.
Getting much quicker. Similar to Rockstar, they release their major games 1 year after they come out on consoles. They may be changing that with GTA 6. We'll see. But they seem to be emulating that sort of style.
See, I'm mixed on this personally. I think, look, obviously it's great that PC players get the chance to play this game. I think it's an excellent game, personally. There has been a bit of a critical loop around the Spider-Man 2 where everyone's sort of saying, oh, it's simplistic, blah, blah, blah. But I think when I think of Spider-Man 2, I think of it as a PS5 exclusive. It's a showcase of what the PS5 can do. And I think that Sony is just damaging their PlayStation brand by putting it on PC. So I'm thinking of it from a keeping exclusive type of thing
for their brand.
And I'm not saying gatekeeping is great or anything. I'm just saying that maybe for this one you should have kept it on PS5 in order for it to be a showcase. But the other reason why I'm sort of mixed on it is because this basically solidifies the fact that we aren't going to get any DLC for this game.
That's a shame.
A massive shame. Yeah. It's just come on, man.
No, man.
This might have been due to the Insomniac leak last year. They might have cancelled some stuff that they had planned as either a punishment or as we aren't just going to divert resources to this now anymore that the cat's out of the bag. But I don't know. obviously, I mean, greater fidelity is excellent. PC players get to play the game. That's excellent. But I think there are some costs as a result.
Yeah, I understand. On that, I do think you're right. Like the PlayStation 5, this is a big issue with this generation. Less so Sony's end, but like the Series X barely has no exclusives, honestly, because half of them are on PC.
Yeah.
And now
the
Sony's
PC is losing them. Sorry, the PS5 is
and
losing
then
them.
PS5 is losing its main draws. It still has Astrobot, the new the 2 Astrobot games that are on there, which are great.
Yeah.
I would love those to come to PC, but again, they would almost get me to buy a PS5. So maybe it's a good thing that there are.
Exactly. It's like Sony is shooting themselves in the foot here. I don't like. From a business perspective, I just don't understand.
But at the same time, both Microsoft and Sony, they do sell these new consoles at a loss. They actually cost more to produce than they do to sell, and that's because they make most of their money from the games. I think if most of their business is selling the video games, I think this is okay for them. They're still going to make a lot of money on Steam.
Yeah,
from putting them on there.
That's true.
But again, if you want to retain a player base and maybe keep them on the PS5, even for this generation and then the next generation, you will want a few big exclusives. They still have exclusives, but now they have no like AAA ones. So this is the last AAA exclusive that's born.
I can't think of any now. I can't think of any tentpole PS5 exclusive release.
Other than the new Astrobot game.
This is PS5.
Yeah,
but
that's
I think
not
that's,
like AAA.
That's more niche. That's
exactly.
Not, even though I'm very excited to play it. But
So
like for example, PS3 had your Uncharted 1, 2, 3. PS2 had Ratchet and Clank. Nintendo has their tentpole Mario games. What is the PS5's tentpole game? That's my question.
Yeah, well, it's coming to PC in January next year, so it will have not much unless they're hiding something under their sleeves.
That's it.
But I mean, God of War and Spider-Man won't be getting sequels soon because they just came out, so I don't know what it could be if they are.
Who knows, mate? We'll watch this space and find out. They might be bringing back Crash Bandicoot back to Sony.
Maybe, yeah. And on the you mentioned the DLC. You're disappointed about the DLC probably not being produced. Did they confirm it's not being? No, there will be no DLC.
Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah. It's just like because the DLC for Spider-Man 1 was absolutely excellent.
Yeah,
and there are that was one of the reasons why people weren't super enthusiastic about Spider-Man 2 is because it didn't have as many sort of cool costumes as the first one. There was no sort of continuations. Into that in Spider-Man 2. So maybe the lack of DLC here makes the game feel a little bit more limp.
Because you love the original DLC for Spider-Man.
I love them. Yeah. I love everything to do with Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, and the DLCs. So I just want more.
I thought the DLCs were good, but they weren't. I don't think they were amazing. They just sort of added like how much extra content was it? Maybe like 5. It was actually there were 3 of them, weren't there? But yeah, most of it, I just remember just getting collectibles, and there were some cutscenes with stories and stuff. But I wouldn't say it was a huge draw for me personally. I only remember one of those 3 DLCs for the first game being memorable. Actually,
I just want more costumes and stuff.
Yeah, what was the villain's name? Hammerhead guy.
Hammerhead.
Yeah, that was a good one. So like another DLC,
he turns up in like this mech suit.
Yeah, like the Rhino, but not the Rhino. Rhino's in 2. And then but Miles Morales was planned as a DLC for the original game, but then they decided it became
that's
too big.
Interesting.
Or should I verify this? Hang on. Was Miles Morales originally?
He's doing his research. He's double checking here.
DLC for Spider-Man 1. Maybe that's not. All right, forget that. Forget that.
Cut that. Cut it.
But this is similar to sort of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because Breath of the Wild came out, received DLC, which is pretty good. Again, just added a little bit of story, some more collectibles, similar to what
longevity
Spider-Man did. Yeah. And then Tears of the Kingdom came out and pretty much expanded on the game every way possible. I haven't played Spider-Man 2, but I assume it did sort of a similar thing, where it almost had
absolutely.
In terms of Tears of the Kingdom, it kind of had nowhere to go gameplay wise because it had it added everything. Like it was the ultimate sort of Breath of the Wild Tears of experience. It just expanded upon the original so much that it didn't have any room for DLC. And that's how I kind of feel about Spider-Man 2, is that they've made a sequel to a game that already had DLC, and this is sort of more content, and you do need even more than that. That's my opinion.
More. I'm a hungry man. I need my content.
You want more? Okay, fair. But I wonder, will they do a similar, smaller scale Miles game after Spider-Man 2?
Well, who knows? Well, that maybe we'll get like a Spider... Well, because in the... I won't spoil it, but in the end of Spider-Man 2, there is a post-credit scene for a new character.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's it. That's a continuation there that they could be following up on.
I'll have to play it. So yeah, that could be...
But give it a play on PC, see what you think.
So that could be
obviously
3 or a spin-off.
Yeah, obviously I'm not against gatekeeping console exclusives. I think, like, for the consumer, this is a good deal. I'm just thinking about the longevity of PlayStation as a brand as a whole. You know?
Yeah, you're a PC hater. I understand.
Yeah, I hate PC. Yes, that's it.
Speaking of PC,
good segue.
So 343 Industries, which is the studio behind the Halo games since Halo 4 up until Halo Infinite, they released a video trailer, more of an advertisement thing, saying that they're rebranding the name 343 Industries. It's no more. They're changing their name to Halo Studios. It's out the door.
Halo Studios.
It's gone.
Imagine if their next game is just a completely new IP. Halo Studios presents a puzzle game. That's it.
That would be great. But yeah,
look,
they announced this in a YouTube video titled "A New Dawn." So it's like a refresh for the brand. And in the video, they announced that they're going to be using Unreal Engine 5 for the next project, which I assume will be Halo. They haven't specifically said, but they're changing their name to Halo Studios.
Seriously, I wonder what their next game is going to be. Look, man, I don't know about this. Firstly, I think it's a little bit pretentious, the video that they've put up.
Yes.
Onto the internet.
I hate it, but yeah.
It reminds me a lot of those like really early interview demos for the Microsoft Connect, where they would like sit down the guy and he would like be talking about like, this is the most groundbreaking thing we've ever done at Microsoft, and there's Project Milo, and they end up faking the whole thing.
Yeah,
that really resonates, that vibe with me, but I just don't, rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, and the music they use is like the opening song from Halo 5, which is this big epic battle. Not a great game, but like it opens on a massive cutscene with like explosions and stuff, and that's the same music they're using for this. Like, whoa, look at this. Halo Studios. It's awesome.
Yeah. Halo Studios.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I think, why?
You
know, what is the purpose behind this? I guess they show some Unreal Engine 5 content in the trailer, which looks very nice. The water looks very cool. Very sick looking water. But did we? Yeah.
Yes. And then so they're going to be using Unreal Engine 5 for the next project. The last Halo game, Halo Infinite, used what was called the Slip Space engine, which they developed themselves with Microsoft, and it cost. Matt, do you want to have a guess how much it cost Microsoft to make?
An arm and a leg.
More than that. It was $500 million to create the Slip Space engine. That's a rumor, but it's been widely reported that's how much. Slip Space engine.
And now they're switching to Unreal.
And then they're ditching it for the very next game. So that engine was made just for
very
Halo
good
Infinite.
return on investment.
It is. I'm sure the Microsoft execs are very happy about this. But it was probably their decision.
Yeah.
This was.
Just look at the logo of Halo Studios. I don't love it.
I hate it as well. Yeah.
It's got like a weird
so
like
corporate.
Uppercase, lowercase letters. Like, I don't know.
It's very un-Halo. It's so corporate to me, and I just hate this so much. It feels like sort of execs just meddling with the franchise to me, and
it feels like that. It feels like they said we need to inject new life we need to generate hype for the Halo series.
We do.
We can't announce a game yet, so let's just rename the studio.
Let's start again.
Are we supposed? Are we supposed to feel excited about this? We haven't seen anything really.
But also, how familiar are you with the more recent Halo games, Matt?
Not a ton.
Okay.
Not a ton. I know Halo 5 was not very well received, but
Yes.
Infinite seems more positive.
Yes. Well, basically, since they took over, they've developed Halo 4, 5, and Infinite, and a spin-off, Halo Wars 2. Basically, each of these games have been mixed, and a lot of fans do not like sort of the direction all three of these games have been going. Halo 4 and Infinite are like generally okay. People like those to an extent. But Halo 5 was like abysmal. Not in terms of sales, but reviews. Fans hated it. Pretty much everyone did not like it. I think it's okay. I don't think it's the worst game ever. But it's definitely my least favorite Halo. And then Halo Infinite. It also
came out like 10 years ago as well.
It was. It looks pretty. It was a very pretty game. I think it looks even better than Infinite. That's a take from me. But yeah, in Halo Infinite, they released essentially an unfinished game. The story was finished, but obviously a big component of Halo is online. And they released Halo Infinite with basically like 4 maps and a battle pass that took literally months to complete. Like grinding the
current
game.
state of the AAA industry, ladies and gentlemen.
And it became free to play and like lots of microtransactions. So basically fans have not been happy with 343's treatment of the franchise, both like narratively since Halo 4 and also just like the decisions they're making with the battle pass and like microtransactions.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
This seems to be them trying to like save face with the fans and like be like, we're not 343 Industries, we're Halo Studios, because that name.
Yeah, we're going back to basics.
Yeah, 343 Industries. That name has been dragged through the gutter in recent years, especially this year. Like, there's so many YouTube videos about like 343 and blah blah blah. We hate it. So this seems to be them being like, okay, we got to ditch that name because it's been absolutely tarnished.
Yeah, well, look, I can understand that in that case.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not super attached to the Halo output, but like, yeah, I feel like maybe this wasn't the best way to do it. Maybe it just a subtle logo change at the top of the trailer reveal for the next game would have been better.
Yeah, maybe. I hope the game's logo isn't that logo, because I do not like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they basically, how they made 343 make Halo games, they pretty much hire contractors to work on the game. They don't retain staff.
That's interesting.
So this basically, this is an ad, essentially being like, we're moving to Unreal Engine 5. When you guys out there, you know how to use Unreal Engine 5. Come work for us. Look, we're making a new Halo game.
Wow.
We've got this showcase. That's pretty much what this screams to me, is them being like advertising to those contractors. To
like, we're hiring.
And pretty much in the description it says, check out the latest Halo Studios job opening. So this is really just for contractors. And that's another thing fans hate about 343 is the fact that they use contractors on their games, because no one working for them is passionate about Halo as much as like people that are like Bungie, because they previously made Halo 1 to 3.
Of course, yeah. So they're angry that they just like,
they're just sort of random contractors
feeding people through an assembly line. Yeah,
and each Halo game is they like, the stories they're all inconsistent. It's not like they're building the narrative to something exciting. It's just each Halo game's a different sort of boring story. I'm being a bit harsh, but yeah. So this isn't like, people were excited, but I'm a little worried.
Yeah,
it seems to be the same.
I think at the end of the day, let's just see the trailer for the next game.
Yeah, that's what I'll
judge.
See, but again, Halo Infinite had great trailers because it was playing on your nostalgia, and then the game came out and it was good, but it was just like fine. It wasn't Bungie Halo.
Yeah,
bring back Bungie.
They got rid of the monkey, so that's good.
The monkey.
The monkey. Have you not seen the Halo Infinite monkey?
Craig.
Yes,
Craig.
The Halo Infinite monkey.
He's got an Easter egg in Halo Infinite. You can find pictures of him around the map because they made it a meme. See, there's some love in the game. But yeah, we didn't talk about. So they showed off what's called Project Foundry, which is a research project. They said where they use Unreal Engine 5. They used it to make various Halo locations. So in the
wow, I don't care.
So yeah, they showed off the Pacific Northwest biome. Which is like your classic. You played Halo 1.
A Pacific Northwest biome.
It's like trees and a river.
Trees and a river?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Cold Lands, which is just like an ice biome.
Whoa.
That's also kind of from Halo 1. And a new...
No, don't tell me.
I'm about to tell you.
Did they do the Blight Lands?
They did. It's this...
Oh my gosh!
Well, this is a new location.
No way!
They said they had to come up with something old, something, I don't know, and there's something new, and the Blightlands was something new. and it's like a
cool.
You remember the flood, don't you, Matt?
Oh, of course, mate. How could I forget?
It's like a flood-infested land, and this is just like a technical showcase to be like, hey, look, Unreal Engine 5. But
I can't get excited over this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, neither. But I am kind of excited for them using Unreal Engine 5 because Halo Infinite wasn't. It was a pretty game, but it's not as good as I think it could have looked. I think they realized that. Like things are still a little bit fuzzy, and there's a lot of aliasing. Maybe it's just my PC, but there's so I'm excited for them to use an engine that people know, especially if they're going to keep using contractors. This next game.
It is a fabulous engine.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like what I always point to, like the Matrix Awakens. You know that Matrix.
Oh, true. Yeah. Is that 5?
With Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, that game looks.
That's Unreal Engine 5.
Looks like real life. Yeah.
That's fabulous looking. So if they're able to make Halo look like that, all jokes aside, I think is the right way to go.
And they said that they want Halo to be a technical showcase again, which they said is what Halo is meant to be, and that worries me because I don't think Halo was ever meant to be a technical showcase. But they said they were. No. So the next game, at least it will be pretty. We'll see how it plays.
Yes. I think the gameplay should
more important.
Trump visuals,
and that's the best bit about Infinite was the gameplay. They finally sort of fixed it. It's more now just the story and that whole online mode they need to fix.
Yeah.
Fix for the next
get
game.
It right.
And so and they've wrapped development on Infinite, so now they're full steam ahead on Halo 7. Or if it's 7, or if it's a spin-off. We'll see.
There we go. We'll probably see some stuff in 2025.
You got to catch up on your Halo games, man. They're great.
Mate, I do. I've been meaning to play them. Yeah. I've got Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, just play through that, and then don't play 4. Or play 4, but just stop before that.
Yeah. And stop before 5.
Yeah, definitely 5, Cool. And then in equally exciting news,
oh my goodness, this one had me laughing.
I was so excited, laughing. This had me crying tears of joy. The Sims 4. This came out. Oh, we missed it. It came out on the 22nd of October. It's getting a life and death update.
Oh my!
you informed me about this.
It's amazing. It's so. In case you want to learn about the facts of life, the inner life, the before life and the afterlife, the Sims 4's got you covered, baby. We're going to learn about life and death in this latest update.
I didn't know the Sims 4 was still getting updates, but here we are.
Yes, it's wild. Can you just run me through what this update entails?
Do you want me to read through the patch notes?
Please, absolutely.
Here we go. This is on their official website. It states, Sims will react uniquely to others' deaths based on traits and relationships. Did you know that?
Oh my god.
Experience everything. Shut up. From sobbing for a loved one, passing to retching at a stranger's death. Did you know that, Matt? Did you know that was coming out? Ghosts can now be created in Create a Sim for Child through through elder ages. What is that? What does that mean?
What? That's not realistic. I thought this was going to be an accurate portrayal of when someone kicks the bucket.
That's not how you die.
Is this?
I think that was
that's
another.
Not how you die. That's not how you
That's
die.
How it works. After passing on, speaking of deaths, Ghost Sims gain a new set of needs in place of the classic living sim ones, including goo waste, ethereal substance, otherworldly slumber, spooky diversions, ethereal bonding, and apparition cleansing. Did you know that, Matt?
Mate, I can't wait to get the goo waste item.
At the moment of death, Sims are now given the option to become a playable ghost or becoming a free roaming ghost. Did you know that, Matt?
Oh my, I did, mate. I'm excited.
Upon the death of a marriage partner, 2 married Sims will no longer be married, they'll be widowed. However, there is a new interaction that will allow them to ask to stay married so they can reinstate their marriage status. Are you excited, Matt?
Oh my goodness. I want to know about post-mortem marriage counselling.
You're going to love this.
That's what I want.
Oh, that's, I want to know about that too. Mate, you're going to love this one. Sims can woohoo with the Grim Reaper again. They took it away from us. You can now sleep with the Grim Reaper.
Crazy. Mate.
Game of the year.
How long have I been waiting to hear that? Honestly.
Since Sims 4 came out, which is It was 2015. How old is this game?
Amazing. This is the best announcement ever.
I've got a whole other page of notes, but I'm not gonna read them because it's so much.
I think we get the gist.
We get the gist.
This is amazing. The life and death update.
Actually,
I've been watching the trailer as we've been talking. It's just amazing. Like you can create funerals.
They've got a sense of humor.
And
very fun.
You can impart the image of the deceased into a rock face. It's like what? Imagine programming this.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the board meeting where they devise this.
Well, because the people that are still playing this are probably like super fans and are really into it, and I assume the developers are as well. So now they're just making it for like.
Look, man, maybe this is a metaphor for the end of The Sims 4. We've had a long, fruitful life, and now we're gonna let Sims 4 die. And Sims 4 coming out in 2025.
Yeah. So the life and death update. Oh, hang on. Infant, toddler, child Sims taken by social workers go to household menu in Manage World rather than being deleted. That sounds cool.
Oh, that's okay. That's a relief. That's a relief. We wouldn't want them to be fully deleted.
But yeah. I wonder when. So I guess that this is just the Sims game forever. There's not going to be like a Sims 5.
This is The Sims.
Yeah, they should.
They might do a Halo Studios and just rebrand it to The Sims.
No, but people like the Sims devs, whoever they are. They love them.
Yeah.
We do. We love them.
We love them for giving impressionable audiences an insight into the facts of life.
Yeah.
And the end.
Exactly.
You know.
I'm just excited to send my infant toddler child to the social workers. But
me too.
I played The Sims 4.
I want to woohoo. I can't wait to woohoo with the group.
I can't wait as well. Oh, so excited. Well, it's out now. If you want to play it, Matt.
Well, mate, I'm downloading it as we speak.
Awesome. I've played Sims 3 and 4, but Sims 4, I loaded up the game and started customizing my character, and there were like too many customization options. I was overwhelmed, and I quit, and that's all I've done.
That's the downside of having like a 10-plus-year-old game, where it's like it's updated so much that new players become a bit overwhelmed. But look, I think this life and death update will draw a lot of people back into it.
I want to see how much this retails for.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Life and death.
That's what I want.
Keep this in. Life and it's $60, so it's essentially like a new game.
Oh, mate, so we gotta learn about the after. Look, mate, you can't put a price on knowledge.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say.
You need a loan to buy all the DLC from this game. There's so much.
Yeah, it's probably.
Actually, most of it's on sale, so you get it.
That's okay then.
Yeah.
Right, get a bargain. We're all about value here on the Peanut Games News Wrap Up.
No, pay full price. Support your indies. Support your big AAA studios who lay off 2,000 staff members a year.
Buy The Sims 4 Life and Death for full price.
Buy it for full price.
You shill.
Sakurai?
Masahiro Sakurai, our man.
This is exciting. You mentioned the GameCube controllers earlier. This may have something to do with this. But I only saw this news today. I'm very excited because I love my boy Masahiro Sakurai, who announced...
Mate, he is a legend.
Yeah, so he's had a YouTube series going for 2 years called Masahiro Sakurai on Creating Games. And this is the final episode.
Such a great series.
Yeah.
Such a great series.
It is. So if you're into game design or development or just like behind the scenes stuff, this is the developer behind the Smash games and Kirby, if you don't know. So he goes through all sorts of different topics, and this is the final episode. And in this episode, he announced that he's been working on a game for a couple years now. And he started it April 2022. And he said it should be announced sooner or later. And the fact that he said sooner or later, I reckon it's soon. Like, I reckon it's either end of this year.
I reckon
we'll start it next.
Switch 2 launch title, perhaps.
But
look, man, there's so many different. This could be anything. This could be a new IP. This could be Kirby Air Ride 2. It could be a new Smash Bros.
Kid Icarus
game. Yeah, the possibilities are endless. Just tell us, Mr. Sakurai. We love you.
Well, the thing is, he didn't say exactly who, because he said in the final years of development for Smash Ultimate, like just before Sora was released, who was the last character, which was was in 2021. He said he received a request to write a game proposal. He didn't specifically say who from, so it's possible it's not Nintendo, but I reckon it has to be.
Nintendo isn't gonna let him leave.
Yeah, he's chained up there.
He's their guy.
Yeah.
There's a trio. There's Sakurai, there's Miyamoto, and then there's Eiji Aonuma.
Yeah.
And they're all just locked up in the Nintendo basement. I don't think they're letting anyone.
Imagine if they're making a game together. It would be the greatest game ever.
Oh, that would be insane. Smash Bros. Well, so hear me out. Smash Bros, but it's sort of like an open world
3D
action adventure game.
That's what I've always wanted. That's my dream game as a kid. With a story as well, like the cutscenes from Subspace Emissary.
It's that would imagine that being a launch title. Yeah, that would be the game.
Like all the worlds are like mashed together or something like that. Yeah. Or like you teleport between them, like Mario's in Hyrule or something like that. It would be so cool.
I want this.
So,
I want
3D
this.
Smash. But yeah, so what do you think it could be? So he hasn't said what the game is.
Look, I personally think, GameCube controllers are possibly being produced. GameCube nostalgia is pretty high. I think it's a Kirby Air Ride remaster, remake, sequel.
You think
perhaps
they're making GameCube controllers just for Kirby Air Ride?
Well, maybe. I think obviously Kirby Air Ride 1 is a very well-loved game. It's a very highly sought after. And Sakurai's always said that he'd want to make another Kirby game.
Yeah.
So this might be it.
He's returning.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
He's returning to the Kirby sphere. And with the Forgotten Land that came out, we have seen application for different types of Kirby games. So,
and he's definitely got some great ideas. Like, I would listen to all his ideas and I'd greenlight them all straight away for whatever he told me.
And that being said, exactly. I'd love a new IP as well. I want to see what he's capable of for a new.
And I think he definitely wants to do a new IP, or he wants to work on something other than Smash. Like, obviously the main, what people probably think this is Smash. But he's been saying ever since Melee, he's been saying he doesn't want to do like Smash. Smash Brawl was announced. I think
Smash
before.
is like his abusive partner.
It keeps coming back to him.
Keeps coming back.
But yeah, like Smash Brawl was announced before even he knew he was working on it. And then he said that would be his last, and then he came back for 4, and then he said Ultimate was his last. But like it's possible it's Smash. I want Smash Bros to take a break for like even like a decade or 2. Like Smash Ultimate is to me the perfect Smash game. I could play that forever. I would love a port of it for the next console, but I reckon like let it rest to build up hype again.
Or change the format.
Change it up.
But look, I'm so excited to see what Sakurai comes up with. I have full trust in the guy. He is a master at work.
He is. I hope it's not. I hope he hasn't been dragged into the Smash sphere. I would love a Kid Icarus sequel, whether it's a sequel to Uprising or a different style of game. That's what I hope. Because that
would be fun. That was such a great game, Uprising.
Yeah. Just the fact that he got this old NES game and brought it to Smash, like completely sort of redid the worlds and brought it into 3D, and then
he rejuvenated the franchise. Yeah,
exactly. That's the word. And then he got his own game from it. It's like now his baby. I would love him to return to that.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah. It's amazing.
Or like new IP. I'd love a new IP. Nintendo needs more new IPs, I think.
Exactly. And we might see one with the NSO playtest, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, true. Actually, yeah. You can talk about that.
We'll get there.
But that's all the main news for this week and for the month in general. Again, there may be some news coming out between now and the upload of this.
And obviously there's stuff we didn't get to and stuff like that. So maybe if you have news or you have a scoop, maybe put it down in the comments and we can get the conversation going. But I did want to touch on one more thing before we move on. And this isn't super gaming related, but I thought it was vital to talk about. Obviously, as the time of recording this, about a week ago, we lost Liam Payne, who was one of the main members of the band One Direction. Massive band for Gen Z and in the 2010s especially, someone who was very influential.
Just 31 as well.
31 years old, so sad, so young. Has a child. It was big shock to the world. We did want to talk about some stuff here. I mean, Liam Payne was a gamer. He was known to game. And he participated in Games Without Borders in 2020, which was a charity effort where he played FIFA and other games to raise money to fight the coronavirus. So he definitely had an impact on the game sphere in some way, in a small way, and so he will be missed. Absolutely.
You probably wonder why we're bringing that up. Yeah, just because he had such a big impact. He did have an impact in the games industry, and it's sad to see someone pass, especially so young. So very sad.
Absolutely.
Yes. In other news, mate, you wanted to talk about this, the NSO playtest. Tell me about it.
So basically, at the start of October, there was a sort of hush rumblings that there would be a new Nintendo IP or a new Nintendo product being playtested for the Nintendo Switch Online services, and this was eventually announced to be true. So the playtest has been occurring all throughout this week, and it's for a sort of open world MMO style of creator sim, similar to Minecraft or Terraria. Nintendo is keeping it under wraps for now because they don't want to. They want to play their cards close to their chest. They don't want to spill the beans too early. But we will likely see this new IP next year. It's
speaking of new IPs,
exciting.
This is interesting. It's weird because it's not like a major Nintendo game. It's weird they're doing a playtest for whatever this is. Another interesting.
It's a weird way of doing it. It's a very un-Nintendo way of doing it, where they wouldn't have focus group. They're throwing it to the players, the gamers, which I mean is the way to go.
And
it's a great way to go.
Someone did post pictures online. I didn't have a look at them, but they were taken down immediately by Nintendo, presumably.
They're really sort of keeping this under wraps.
Yeah.
And also it's exclusive too. Only a couple of hundred players have been accepted into the playtest.
Yeah.
So and this could be big.
Yeah, I hope it's there's more playtests like this for other games. Maybe even bigger games. Like it would be cool if maybe a few months before the release of like a Mario game, they just say, hey, like just play this out, show it. Man, actually,
and especially since. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, maybe saying that out loud, maybe they actually won't do that. But, it would be cool to see other games get this treatment.
Well, I mean, Nintendo is known for their shoddy online servers with Smash Bros. And Mario Kart and that type of thing. So maybe
that's what I was thinking.
Doing playtests for those games down the track could be beneficial in getting them to work better.
Because they did demos for Splatoon 2 and 3 and ARMS, because they were very online heavy games. But that was
and
more.
They wanted to test the waters, see how popular they were.
That was like a few weeks before release. That wasn't like a play. That was more just to gain hype, I think. So it'd be cool if they did stuff like that earlier, because with Mario Kart 8 and Smash Ultimate, those online servers can be quite awful. So I'd prefer they play test their games a little more for the online ones.
Yeah. But look, let's watch this space and see where this game comes to fruition later.
Watch this space.
That's the one.
Yeah.
We're going to use that now. We're going to use that.
Watch that.
Whenever we have no further info on the game, we're going to use that soundbite of Oliver saying, "Watch this space." Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Cool.
So I guess on that, we just wanted to talk about finally a bunch of games that have released this month that maybe you caught up with, maybe you haven't. Just touch up on them and see what we think. So the first game that came out this month that we want to talk about is the Silent Hill 2 remake on the 8th of October. Wow, this game is a looker. It is beautiful.
I saw a screenshot.
It is absolutely just...
It looks better than real life.
Obviously, it looks better than... Mate, it is better than real life. Maybe not though, because it is a survival horror game.
Just like real life.
Resident Evil. It's just like, mate, just like
capitalism.
Real life. And that's it. And the Sims Life and Death update.
The Sims, yes.
Anyway, so yeah, Silent Hill 2 is a remake of the PS1 original. I think it's PS1. Hold on. Let me just double check that. Hold on.
Matt's verifying.
Fact check. Silent Hill 2.
Release date. He's verifying.
I'm silly. It is on the PlayStation 2.
Idiot.
So it is a remake. It is a remake of the
fool.
PlayStation 2. I'm a fool. I'm a fool who never went to school. It is a remake of the PS2 classic game. And yeah, it's been getting really rave reviews across the board. It's very similar to the Resident Evil remakes that have been coming out. Definitely a graphics and gameplay upgrade for the next generation. So yeah, if you're into survival horror, give that a check out.
Do it.
The next game, do it. We dare you. We challenge you.
Dragon Ball
Sparking Zero, the next game in the
October
Dragon
11th.
Ball games. That's the one. Thank you for jumping the gun there.
Welcome.
Sparking Zero. It is a sort of 3D style beat 'em up game a la the Tenkaichi series. Cell shaded art style, very sick. It's another Dragon Ball game. If you want it, play it. If you don't, that's alright.
Dragon Balls.
Dragon Balls. Dragging these balls across the court. Anyway.
Another one that came out. This is actually a week ago. Super Mario Party Jamboree. This is one I'm excited about.
Jamboree.
Even though
What
it's
a
already
name.
out.
What a name.
I have a bone
Tell
to
us about
pick
it,
with
Oliver.
Amazon first up because I ordered. Well, I didn't get. I was playing Epic Mickey all last week, so I didn't have time to play.
So, as you should have seen on the channel from Oliver's amazing Epic Mickey coverage.
Peanut Games Media on YouTube. But yes, I was busy playing Epic Mickey, so I didn't have time to play Super Mario Jamboree. But I did order it on Amazon on Wednesday, next day delivery. But yesterday didn't show up. My beautiful copy of Super Mario Jamboree hasn't arrived at my house, and then I got an email saying it's been delayed till October 31st on Halloween.
Buddy,
I have to wait
what
till
is going
Halloween
on, mate?
to play Super Mario Party Jamboree, but no, that's fine. I can wait a few
Buddy,
more days.
Jeffrey Bezos, what's happening?
I was worried which Jeff you were talking about. Jeff
Oh, no.
Bezos.
Jeff.
What
Jeffrey
are you doing?
Bezos,
Doug
what are you
Bowser.
talking about?
I blame Doug.
Yeah.
He's probably
Mate,
stolen
it's
my
they're
copy.
in it together. They're in it together
I love
to
Doug.
mess with your game.
But yes,
But look, man,
I will be
Mario
playing
Party
this.
Jamboree, very excited. I did really love the original Super Mario Party on the Switch, even though people say it's not as good as the N64. Bro, it's as good as you're gonna get it.
But
I think.
Superstars though, that was amazing. That's I think my favorite Mario Party game ever. With the
Yeah,
one with
okay.
the boards that returned. It took everything from Superstars that worked, but then took all the old stuff from the old games and mashed them together. It was beautiful. So I'm
it took everything from Super Mario Party, you should say.
Yes, Super Mario Party. So yeah.
So yeah, it took everything from Super Mario Party and just built on it. So
and then it brought back all the boards from the original games, which I love.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
this
yeah,
one brings back Western Land from Super Mario Party 2 and boards from 1.
Love it.
So it's like a mix. It's been a mix between Land. This is a mix between Super Mario Party and Superstars. There's so many different Mario Parties on Switch, right?
I know,
I'm getting confused.
it's Mario Partyception. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
but
like
yeah,
the
look,
GameCube
I'm
again.
excited to see how this one. Yeah, it's like it's like the N64 and the
I had
GameCube.
4 each.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know, it's insane. But yeah, Mario Party Jamboree out now. Give it a play if you want to have some fun with some friends. If you have them.
Excited? Yes. What else came out, Matt? You tell me.
Batman Arkham Shadow.
Ooh.
It came out on the 21st of October. You don't like Batman Arkham Shadow?
I actually really like it, but yeah, keep going.
Okay, yeah, so Batman Arkham Shadow.
Just your biggest hater.
It's a VR. Yeah, you're just like, I hate Batman. I hate all these games you're bringing up. I hate them. You're the bad cop here. Yeah, that's it. Batman Arkham Shadow. It's a continuation of the classic Batman Arkham series. After the failure that was Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, I guess they want to just go back to what they know. But they don't because it is a VR exclusive title.
Oh, so yes, boo.
I do not like
boo.
that.
Yes, I was right. I was right with my premature booing.
Yes.
Boo.
I mean, it is getting good reviews. But I feel like if you really want to get everyone on side, make it a classic Arkham game on home console, behind the back. Have you played any of the
No,
Arkham
that's
games?
I'm gonna do that next year. That's this year was my Halo year.
So good.
Last year was GTA. I played all the GTAs. This year I played all the Halos. Next year, all the Arkham games. I'll be playing through those.
Mate, you are in for a treat.
I'm in for a big treat.
In for a treat.
Treaty. Thank you.
But yeah, depending on this one, you might want to give Batman Arkham Shadow a miss. But yeah, the original 4 Arkham games are absolutely fabulous. But so maybe we go in that direction next time. But if this does well, this might warrant a continuation of the Batman Arkham series.
Wow.
Next game, we both love this one. This is our favorite game
sick
ever.
Of this one. Sonic X Shadow
Sonic
Generations.
X Shadow Generations.
Just the title. I'm sick of the title. It's a fun game. Talk about it.
Well, yeah. So people have been trying to shorten the title because obviously it is long. I reckon the original game is just called Base Gens, and then we're calling this one X Gens, the new one X Gens.
Right.
So
yes.
X Gens came out, or the digital deluxe edition came out on the 22nd of October, and the full game is coming out on the 25th, which is today on the day of filming. I'm so excited. As soon as we get off this call, I'm going to grind that out. I have it ready. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited!
You pre-ordered the special edition, didn't you?
Yeah, the collector's edition. Yeah, I did. So for all you limited run games devouts, that is coming in July next year. So a bit of an L there.
I was
tempted
to get the Epic Mickey collector's edition, but it was very expensive and it was only sold in the US. So I'm sad that I didn't get my hands on one of them. But yes, I'm happy for you.
Maybe when Epic Mickey 2 gets a remaster. Yeah. But look, Sonic X Shadow Generations has gotten amazing reviews across the board. One of the biggest bits of news on the game is that IGN, who has famously hated on Sonic ever since like 2005, gave it a 9 out of 10. Yeah. It is a big moment for the Sonic community, and look, it's a great game.
Yeah.
It's been getting really great reviews, and it's a great return to form for the Sonic series. So even if you aren't a fan or have no experience with Sonic, I'd say get this game because it is a perfect introduction to the series.
Well said, Matthew Robertson. Well said.
That's it. Yes, I did say it.
I got 2 more games to talk about that have been released and have been released in terms of one. The first one is Demon Masquerade, which we talked about on the last discussion. There's a video on our favorite indie games from PAX Australia 2024, and
it was one of our favorites from PAX.
It was just based on the art style. We loved it so much. If you don't know what it is, it's a supernatural detective game inspired by anime like Death Note, Fate, Stay Night, and the Ace Attorney series. You talked about that last time. It's out now. So give it a, and it's on sale as well at the moment. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's good or bad
on
for them.
Steam.
Good for the consumer.
Yes.
Yeah. So if that sounds like your thing, please play that. It's made by one single lone man. So if you could support him and his new game, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And
great job, Callum Page. We love it.
We love it. And then the other game was Ascended Inferno. We've talked about this one a lot. We have gameplay up on the channel. For the first 10 minutes of the game, and this one's like a rage platformer, and it comes out on the 28th of October. It's made by Apollyon Studios. I accidentally mispronounced them in the last video. I called them Apollon. So Apollyon Studios, and they're based in the ACT in Canberra, Australia, and it's a small 10-man team, but it looks like a 100-man team just based on the art style.
It is beautiful. It is lovely.
I'm excited for this.
And
play the demo between now and then if you want. That's out at the moment. Just
to warm up your Ascending Inferno palette for when it comes out on October 28th in 3 days.
And everyone I've spoken to in the indie scene is excited about this game. Like, this is like the number 1 Aussie game coming out. So check it out. This could do really, really well. I think it will. I hope so. It would definitely do well with like sort of streamers and streaming culture, because it's a rage game and it's a very hard. I think it's going to be streamed everywhere. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. So give it a pre-save, add it to wish lists, and when it comes out on October 28th, we'd love to see you guys playing it.
Anyways, our next segment, Matt, what's it called?
The Beanbag!
Welcome to the Beanbag! In this segment, we talk about the games that we have been playing this week because
that's it. We talk a lot about what's coming out, but we are also playing things currently. So yes,
I've been playing a few things. No, you start us off. What have you been playing this week?
Look, I've been playing a few different things. So as we were talking about with Batman Arkham Shadow, I love the Batman Arkham series. And at the moment, I've been playing the amazing Batman Arkham Knight. It came out in 2015 for all consoles, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Amazing swan song to the Arkham series. The critical turnaround that this game has had from release to now has been astronomical because people really didn't like it on release. It got kind of middling reviews because obviously this is the first game that included the Batmobile as a playable vehicle in Batman Arkham series. And people didn't like it a lot because there was like tank battles and that type of thing. But I think it's really sort of come around and it's fun. The story's great. It's amazing combat. I like the tank battles personally. I think they break up the gameplay quite well.
Yeah.
And so yeah, if you haven't played Batman Arkham Knight, I would absolutely give it a go. I played on PC personally because the modding scene for Batman Arkham Knight is crazy. You can get all sorts of amazing Batman skins and suits from literally every movie. And they've recently been some new mods about new Batmobiles, so you can add the new, like the Robert Pattinson Batmobile from that movie into the game, which is awesome.
Do they have a costume for Rob Bat and Bat as well?
Yeah, they do have Rob Bat and Bat costume. Yes. They have Ben Affleck. They have Michael Keaton. They have Adam West. They have literally all of the costumes. Christian Bale, all of them. You can get there as a Lego Batman.
Oh my god, they do have everything. Oh my goodness,
it's like the best game ever.
It is the best game ever.
I absolutely love Batman Arkham Knight.
And that's
a favorite of mine.
That's the second Batman game.
The third. Technically, it's the fourth. It's the fourth.
Well,
but it's the third in the Rocksteady trilogy of Batman.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Because I heard the third one wasn't as good. So yeah.
Yes.
But I think it still looks really good. I'm excited to play them next year when I get around to them. And I did watch.
I can't wait.
I did just watch the Batman. I rewatched that, which was very good. So I'd love a Batman game that sort of is inspired by that. Anyway,
very nice game. Aside from that, haven't really been playing much. A game that I do plan on playing as soon as I finish Arkham Knight is a little game called Back to the Future the Game. It's a Telltale series game from 2010 and 2011. It's a continuation of the Back to the Future trilogy, and it is one of my favorite games of all time as well.
Aww. So
yeah, that's cool. It's a little story-based point-and-click game. Has a lot of the cast from the original Back to the Future movies. The fact that it hasn't received a modern-day remaster is criminal, and I would love to see one in the future.
Yeah, Back to the Future needs more content. Not movies, but like more...
Yeah, but games,
more
multimedia.
Games and stuff, comics.
I mean, we have the 40th anniversary next year, so
hopefully.
There you go. They might be cooking up some cool stuff.
Crossed.
Then. Fingers crossed. What have you been playing this week on the beanbag, Oliver?
I've been playing... Well, I wanted to play Mario Party Jamboree, but it hasn't arrived, thanks Amazon. I've been dipping my toes in Mario Wonder because that came out last year and I didn't finish it. And I want to, before I play Mario Party, I want to finish Wonder.
Was it like an oversaturation of games last year that forced you to sort of stay away?
Yeah, I think I was just playing more PC stuff sort of last year. I've just been waiting for the next Nintendo console to come out to sort of bring me back into it, get me sucked in. Because the Switch, as much as I love it, the visuals have aged just a little, and I'm not huge on visuals, but just because if I have a choice between a PC game or a Switch, I'd probably decide PC. So I've been a bit slow getting through my Switch backlog, but I want to finish Wonder by the time Mario Party arrives. But yeah, that's a great Mario game. And then we're talking about Halo. Me and my brothers, we've been trying to get all the Halo Infinite achievements, which is a lot of fun.
I love that. That's awesome.
I did play through all the Halos this year, and now I skipped 5, so I'm up to Infinite, and yeah, we've just been playing through that.
Is the achievement hunting difficult?
No, well, I got all the online ones for Halo Infinite back when it first came out. So now I just got to get the story ones, and they're easier. But I have to reload save states a few times because they're very specific things that. Like you got to kill a boss with a grenade and stuff, like something weird like that.
Yeah, that's always a grind.
Yeah,
but look, I mean, if you're having fun, you're having fun. And Halo Infinite,
and they're not too hard.
Gameplay focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but the big one I've been playing was Epic Mickey Rebrushed, And
yes,
I was so excited for this remake. This is a game from my childhood. It came out in 2010.
Of course.
I was 8 years old. Came out on the Wii.
It was kind of like a staple for the Wii.
It was.
Wasn't
It was going to be on all PS3 and 360, but they just during development, they decided that the Wii motion controls were a cool feature, and they made it a Wii exclusive. But its sequel came to the others. But it's just like, if you're a Disney fan or a fan of the Disney parks, this is something that Disney would never make ever again. I don't think. It was very of the time. Like it's set in Disneyland, but it's called Wasteland, and it's like all corrupt and gooey looking and weird and dark and spooky. And it's like, it's interesting that they're displaying their parks in this way, because I don't think they'd ever sort of do this. They did do a remake of it, so maybe they still don't mind.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe they're testing the waters, and then if this rebrushed remake does do well, they can do
a third game. But yeah, just for a company that's so like, they want such a perfect image, it's just a cool sort of diversion from their like usual content, I guess, that Disney usually make.
What I mean by what I just said is, I mean that they could remake the second game.
Oh yeah.
And then do a third one. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Or they could remake Epic Mickey, The Power of Two.
That's it. Was that a good game?
I've never finished it. If it's on Steam, but I will play it after this.
We'll get there. But look, man, you've released a lot of videos on Epic Mickey Rebrushed. So obviously it must be pretty fun.
And it's similar to Banjo Kazooie in a way. That's what I can sort of compare it. It's not a collectathon, but just in I don't know, the sort of level design. Like, it's a 3D platformer. We go to different themed areas, and there's a hub world. The hub world is like the main street of Disneyland. It's called Mean Street. It's a funny little pun.
Mean Street?
Yes. And
it's just like the Christopher Reeve film.
That's a very good reference, Matt. Thank you.
Thanks,
but yeah,
man.
you jump through, and it's also got like 2D sections that are based on classic, like Mickey Mouse cartoons. So you jump through a painting. It's like Mario 64, and to get to the different worlds.
Oh no, sorry, I'm wrong. That was Street Smarts, 1987. Mean Streets was the Martin Scorsese film.
Cut that all out.
My bad.
I'm getting rid of this.
It's like the Martin Scorsese.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
And,
Epic Mickey Rebirth.
Yes, and to get to the different worlds, like you go to like Adventureland and Tomorrowland and all the different places from the theme parks, and to get to them you've got to play through like different 2D levels. One's like Steamboat Willie, one's Fantasia. It's all just a bunch of like old Disney references and like a bunch of characters that they haven't used since like the 20s and 30s. So like this is sort of one of the first reappearances of Oswald, so the Lucky Rabbit. So anyone who doesn't know, this is like the original Mickey Mouse, who Walt Disney lost the rights over, and therefore had to create Mickey Mouse.
Oh, right.
And then Disney got the rights back to Oswald in the mid 2000s, and then this is like one of his first appearances under Disney again. And then they haven't really done anything since Epic Mickey with Oswald, which is upsetting. But yeah, it's just one of the best depictions of Oswald is back, as well as like the main villain's the Mad Doctor, which is a character who appeared in like 2 short films from like the 30s. So like a lot of deep cuts.
Very deep cuts.
A lot of love and care
like
just went into this. There's so much Disney lore and stuff if you're into that. And this remake, it does it all justice. It's like one of the most gorgeous remakes I've ever seen. It is
awesome.
Real. It's kind of, I think it's like too good in some areas because the gameplay hasn't been changed. It's all the same. So you're playing like a 2010s game with the look of a 2024 game, and sometimes it's a bit weird because like the controls are a bit floaty and something. But I'm glad they kept it the same. But yeah, it's just a bit
good.
jarring.
It's a good return to form for like the classic platform.
Yeah, sure. That's my favorite genre of games. It's like collectathons and 3D platformers. I love. So I love this. It's a very easy game. So it's more for kids because I played it when I was 8. But if you have any nostalgia for it, or if you've got a kid, or if you're listening to this and you're like young, I don't know, check this out. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yes, it'll make you feel like a kid.
It will.
You know?
Yeah.
With the childlike wonder and fun. And are you going to do any more Epic Mickey?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I'll have a Epic Mickey review out sometime next week. The game's been out a month. I'm a bit late to it, but I want to do a review for it. And there'll be some other content.
Do it well. Do it right. Do it well.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So stay tuned if you've listened this far. Stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Anything else, Matt, you want to quickly mention?
Well, look, this has been fun. I've really, really loved going through the month.
I love you too.
The month's gaming news, the gamer news, as it were. Thank you very much for having me.
That's all right. Thank you.
Back on.
But that's all for today. For this discussion on the gaming news of the week/month.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week for another weekly news wrap up. This time will be a lot shorter because there'll be less news to cover than today. But yeah, we'll be.
Yeah, we just wanted to do a big sort of digest of everything that happened this month.
Love digesting.
I think week to week, we're going to keep you informed with all the latest up-to-date gaming news on Peanut Games Media.
There's so much news. I'm getting indigestion from this discussion. I can't digest it all.
You're going to have to have a lie down.
It's
too much.
A Strepsil or a lozenge or something.
A throat lozenge. I need a butter menthol.
Not sponsored.
Just to...
Anyway, we're rambling.
We're rambling.
All right, Matt, where can the listeners find you at?
They can find me on Instagram at matt.rob. That is me on Instagram. That is cool. And as I said last week, in the works of making a channel, that will be in the process in the next couple of weeks. So, yes, where can we find you, Oliver Duncan?
I'll have your his Instagram will be in the description, so please check that out and give him a follow. In terms of me, my name is Peanut Games Media. We are covering all sorts of gaming news, specifically Melbourne indie games news, but recently we've been doing a lot of content on Epic Mickey Rebrushed, so check that out, and there'll be a review up sometime next week, and some other content is planned as well. And then we'll be back next week to talk about the news that came out since this video. But that's all for today, so please follow us on Instagram at Peanut Games Media. We're on Twitter as well by the same name. We also do shorts on YouTube and TikTok, and we are on Threads too. So please subscribe.
Mate, we're just literally all the social media
Literally all
outlets.
of them.
All the bases covered. I love it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Except Miiverse. We're not on Miiverse because that got shut down, sadly.
Oh, don't remind me. R.I.P. Miiverse. But look, we can bring it back, mate. We'll bring it back. Anyway, that's all for this week. Have a good week, everyone.
Cheers.
Drink some water, eat some pizza. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.